Hey everyone, how you doing out there? Gil here at GrayManPrepping. Sorry, I'm in a rush to try to get this out, and then of course YouTube and StreamYard goes, "Oh, you can't do it for 2 hours." No, I'm not doing it now. So, all right, so yeah, this is going to be a short one. Hey, Fishes, CB, hey, how you guys doing? All right, so this has been going on for 4 days, and just give you a rundown first. So on the 14th in Rockton, Illinois, a chemical plant caught fire. There's something special about this plant. Let me show you some pictures here on it. Let me get up over here. There we go. So this is some of the pictures of the fire going on up there. And as you can see, I mean, it's the building is just melting down. The fires are so intense. And let's go up here. What's so important about this building is it is the largest manufacturer of lubricants in the United States. All right, so it's especially for greases. And you go, well, what does grease have to do with us, homesteaders, preppers, and stuff like that? Your car needs lubricants to run. The trucks that deliver food need lubricants and grease to run. Construction equipment needs lubricants and grease. Farm implements use a lot of grease on them. Construction equipment use a lot of grease on them. They grease them every day before they start using them. And sometimes in the middle of the day at lunchtime, they'll start, when they take lunch, the lube guys come in and they lube all the stuff up again. That's how important this plant is to the United States. Now, the other thing is to consider on this. Let me get over here again. There we go. Change to another picture here for you guys. They're working on trying to put the fire out. They were planning at first just to letting it burn itself out, and it was going to take days. The problem is that with the stuff we're pouring a bunch of water on it is there's a river nearby, and so they were busy setting up booms and dikes and all the absorbent booms and stuff to handle any runoff. Once they got all that in, they started pumping in foam on it to try to cool it down. It's still burning, from what I understand. The problem is mainstream media is not really covering it. They covered it the day it happened. 2 days ago, CNN and NBC did a short little blip on it, and there's been nothing about the fire being put out, nothing about going on. It's like they're trying to bury it, because this is going to cause a fracture to our fragile supply system. When everything's, trucks are stopping because they can't run, because they don't have lubricants. Farm equipment's not producing food. I'm not trying to do fear porn here, guys. I'm just trying to wake everybody up and say, hey, pay attention to this. This may be important. Now, let me go. I'm just going to run through these other pictures here really quick for you. So, the big, one of the big parts of it is still just cooking away, going full tilt. Here it is. Here you can see that's the big part up there on the right side of the plant. The firefighters are down here on the bottom of the plant trying to fight it. They're not even messing with this other stuff over here. They're trying to just work their way in. And the area surrounding it, they evacuated for over a mile around the plant. There was debris coming down upwards of 5-6 miles away, even farther. Other towns were saying they were seeing stuff fall out of the sky. The stuff coming down, though, is not quote chemicals, according to everybody. It's like the packaging material for the final products, and they're going to ship it. All the cardboard boxes, all the grease cylinders are in, the cardboard, the grease tubes are in, everything. So that stuff's blowing up in the air. There are several explosions, stuff's flying and burning and coming down, and that's what it was for the first day. Right now, the smoke is getting a little bit clearer from the last news thing I was able to find on it. And let's see, I think that's it on that. Okay, so that's it on that for a second. Let me bring it back to this. And I'm going to change up my data up here so I can give you some other data here. And shrink that down. Okay, so I'm looking up here at my other monitor right above here. So that's what I'm looking up here. All right, the best source of news on this I was able to get was Al Jazeera. Oh, a foreign news agency provided better information. Imagine that. All right, so it happened at 7 a.m. on the 14th is when it started. Chemtool is the largest producer of lubricants in the United States. And one firefighter was saying it could be several days before the fluids that caught fire burn out. All right. Now, CNN and NBC Chicago 5, because this is in Illinois, so Chicago's their guys in it are the ones handling it there. But they're just talking about, oh, this, that, the other, being really wishy-washy in the reporting on it, not giving any really substance to it. The only thing is saying that the foam blanket could cause a change in the color of the smoke. Duh. But right now they're just working. They're just they can't speculate on time. They're just letting burn stuff. The material is burning off at a rate of about 1 inch per hour. They're saying, and those are several stories tall. Some of those tanks. So yeah, it's going to burn for a while. But there is things out there you can go look out on it. The Red Cross and Salvation Army responded, and the Illinois National Guard. There were something like 84 fire agencies that responded to this. But the important thing for this, I got out of this listening to it that I'm getting more information off of other YouTube channels locally reporting on stuff than the mainstream media is covering on it. And I'm not going to show you these pictures because I'll get dinged on it. But yeah, they're worried about, they have a mandatory 1 mile evacuation around the site, as well as a mask wearing request out farther than that due to particulate matter that can become pulmonary irritants and will compromise the immune system, said Dr. Sandra Martell, Public Health Administrator for Winnebago County, which is where this is at. So one of the things they are worried about is the water supply for that community and surrounding communities because it's underground. You got all this loose oils and petroleum stuff sinking into the soil. So even though they get all clear up, unless they dig that all out, when they get a rainstorm, it's going to push those chemicals farther down into the ground. Now, for preppers and homesteaders and farmers, what does this mean for you? Well, if you buy grease cartridges and stuff for lubricating your tractors and farm equipment and stuff like that, hey, you might want to go out there and get some more. The Economic Ninja is advocating farmers and homesteaders, anybody that uses farm implements that uses grease in their stuff, and truckers that use grease, and even anybody that basically uses grease, get out and get what you can now because the price is going to go up, and it may have already starting to be spiking as people hear about this and worry about the supplies. So if we're losing the #1 supplier, it's not like everybody else can flip a switch and oh, we're going to produce more. No, it takes time for them to ramp up, change their formulation for stuff that they're not producing, that the big plant was producing. So there's going to be a lag time. It could be months, half a year lag time getting stuff up and going. That plant is not going to be rebuilt within a year. So all the other plants have to be tooled up and, increase their production. So yeah, there's going to be a shortage of grease. Now, back in March, there was already reported a shortage of lubricants and grease for the United States. And now we lose our #1 production facility. Ouch. All right. So basically, I just want to get this word out there so you guys, so you can think about it, figure out what you need to get. If you, like I say, if you have like a yard track or tractor that has a loader bucket on it, hey, you got to grease that every day you use it. So you're going to be needing grease and stuff like that. If you have older vehicles, you got to grease the suspension on them. You know, so that's what I'm putting this out here for right now, so to try to get everybody to think about what they need in the way of lubricants that they, you know, for the next year, and try to get it now, because it, you know, it may take a while for the supplies to get back up to what it's supposed to be. Prices are going to go up, just like they did with lumber. You know, hey, you know, everybody seems to be using the slightest little thing to jack prices up. So with that, get your lubricants, your greases and stuff you need, and, you know, be safe. You know, even if you don't use them all up within a year, I practically guarantee you're going to find out the price is like 25 to 50% higher, you know, 6 months from now than it is right now. So, all righty. So with that, I'm going to wrap this up here. Hopefully everybody here, you know, gets the word out. You know, hey, if you're not sure about it, just go ahead and share this out on social media. That way, anybody else in the homesteading community and stuff will, and prepper community will know to get their supplies. I'm not trying to do fear porn. I'm just trying to get out information. All right, here's information. This is my recommendations. Do what you want to do. You know, I'm not saying you have to go get supplies. I'm just kind of not saying, hey, if it were me, yeah, I'm getting supplies. So fortunately, I already have a year's worth of stuff for my truck, so I'm good. But hey, oh yeah, Uncle says, oh yeah, let me throw that up there. Boom. Get your cars and trucks serviced now. Yeah. All righty, guys. So that's it for this one. I'll see you later on tonight at 9 o'clock Mountain on Eastern Time on Southern Ohio Prepping's weekend news wrap up, and then following that on the Camppatton Family Compounds Friday night on the homestead. We'll see you there on that, and hopefully, guys, have a good day, and we'll see you